Hello, so in today's pickup pile, we are going to receive a message from your spirit guides that you need in this moment. So I have 3 piles for you guys to choose from today. I don't have a card to show you per se, but I do have the crystals. So the first one is this rose quartz little heart. Then we have desert rose. And in pile 3, we have a Viking stone, which is like a clear quartz, but it was used by the Vikings to find the sun. So it's really magical. It's pretty cool history there. All right, so yeah, it's very simple and straightforward, you guys. For the pile choices, we have 3 piles, and you can go ahead and choose that. And I'll go into it in every reading, but I pretty much have I pulled certain cards to answer certain questions. We are going to be looking at what spirit guide is coming through, like a specific one, if we can narrow it down, okay? What soul lesson they're trying to bring forth. Then we're going to look at the actual message that is kind of that they're bringing forth here. And then, some advice or just some other stuff that whatever wants to come through. So yeah, go ahead and pick your pile and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile 1. If you picked the rose quartz heart, this is going to be your reading. Gonna leave you a little heart over here. So yeah, we're going to be looking into first, who is this spirit guide? Sorry, I have the cards in a specific order here. So who is the spirit guide that wants to come through here to give you a message? Is our first thing that we're going to be looking at, okay? So let's see. Who is the spirit guide for pile 1? Strength. Interesting. And the 7 of Wands. Okay. It's definitely a very intense energy that's coming through here. It may be an energy with the 7 of Wands that you have kind of blocked off for a bit. Maybe you haven't fully opened yourself up energetically, spiritually, to receiving messages from this spirit guide yet. And they're here to tell you this, like, come on, like, let me in. It's really interesting. You see how, like, of all the wands, right, there's one that's almost like getting to you, like it's piercing through your little bubble here. So it's okay to have boundaries and to not want to tap into your spirit guides or a specific spirit guide if you don't want to, if you're not ready for it. That's not it's not that they want to violate your boundaries or like overstep their welcome or anything like that. But what I'm getting is this spirit guide that wants to bring a message to you today. I can't pinpoint exactly like who or anything like that, but it seems like a very strong energy, definitely a feminine presence, but also you see like half lion. This is such an interesting strength card because we have half human, half lion, then a lamb. It's almost like this spirit guide could be one that actually helps you with protection, and they might be trying to do just that even more, but you have them a little bit blocked off, it seems. Maybe it has something to do with their presence being really intense. I could definitely see that, especially with the strength card. That's Leo energy, and if you think about Leo, it's the sun, and it's like the sun's presence is, it can be overwhelming. Depending on the situation or whatever you're going through. Maybe you don't necessarily want to tap into or like kind of just get messages from this guide at the moment. Or maybe you're a little bit closed off from your spirit guides in general, it seems. But this presence here really wants to come forth and be like, hey, I'm chill. I'm very gentle. I might have a big presence, but I'm here to help in some kind of way. That's what it feels like. Okay, Pawan, let's keep going. Oh, okay. Hollow bones, teachability, very big presence. You see what I mean? It's almost like this almost looks scary to me today, and I never see this card as scary. Actually, I see it as beautiful because of all the turquoise and just how beautiful. There's so many markings here, and it's a beautiful card. But today, oh, I'm seeing there's just so much. I keep seeing a heart as well. There's a heart up here. I never noticed that before. And they're wearing a heart as a necklace. That could be significant. Maybe what they're trying to bring forth as a message has something to do with your heart healing. And interesting enough, that's actually very interesting. I'm playing in the background some heart healing frequencies. So that is actually very interesting. Teachability. Maybe this spirit guide has something to teach you, something to... Their presence is just humongous. And it's intense. It's not just a big presence, it's a very intense energy that they carry with themselves. There's nothing, it's not bad, but I can see how that kind of intensity could like pull you off a bit from like kind of allowing them into your space, if you will. This card is right now giving me a lot of judgment vibes, like not that they're judging you, but like the judgment card in tarot because of the I'm not sure what that is, but the flute or the instrument that they're using there. It almost makes me think of how the angel is depicted of like blowing its trumpet. It's giving me judgment vibes. That's interesting. Butterfly spirit, transformation. Okay, that's... And over here, I feel like we have Aphrodite on this side of all of this. Or a lot of earth spirits as well, right? With the animal, half woman, half lion, then the lamb, and then we have the skull of is that a moose? I think so, right? Or a deer. And then we have the butterfly, and then we have also a shell, and then we have also a couple of pearls. A lot of earth energy around you too. But there's a lot of beauty as well. There's a lot of beauty trying to reach you, gentleness, it seems. Let me put it over here. Oh, see, even where I'm putting it, it's almost like this is one spirit guide over here, right? And this is another one. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That was not my intention, but I guess I can't put it here because of the little leaf. So, my plant is just taking over here. Like, I haven't, let me, for some reason I feel called to show you, but I'll show you. It's like, you see that? She's everywhere, but yeah. All right, so let's get back down to business, if we, shall we? All right, so yeah, it feels like there's two spirit guides here, two very, one very intense that you're kind of in, you see how you're in the middle there, you're like, I don't know, I'm not sure. But in this one, it's more of like a gentleness. It's trying to bring like kind of like a beauty, very feminine, natural, like healing energy. But so is this guy. This guy just has, this guy has more of a very intense approach. They're very focused. They're very close to you, actually. They also feel very protective of you. It makes sense that they will be a little bit more intense. All right, so let's see what kind of soul lesson this spirit guide wants to bring forth in this message. Okay. I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul growth. So there's like, this is interesting. I hear right away spring cleaning. There's some kind of, you getting rid of all the junk that no longer serves you. Maybe that's kind of what you're doing here. You're in this meditative state, or you're asking to do this, to like kind of just get away from, let everything that no longer serves you fall away, if you will. But this spirit guide is trying to help you do that, but you're a little bit closed off, so they cannot like clean your what is it, energetic or auric field, if you will. And also, the more you make space for, the more you get rid of things, you make space for the new. Here they are as well saying, okay, well, if you make space for me, now we can teach you something else. But you could also be kind of putting that off for some reason. Not sure what that's about. Okay, I just got something too. With the fact that we have strength, which is number 8, and this is the number 8, the 8th card in this deck. That is interesting. So 88 could be very significant to you. I'm just hearing also 1188. I don't know why, but that's what you might want to look that up, or maybe you even like, you saw that number and it kind of stuck to you for some reason. That's interesting. That's very interesting. All right, so let's see with these next 4 cards what your actual message is, okay? 6 of Swords. Makes sense. Again, trying to like, you get away from what no longer serves you. Again, you want to go into calmer waters. You want to start something anew, or there's newness coming into your life, or you're heading towards it. They want to help you with that, it seems, as well. 9 of Wands. Makes sense. The Chariot. Nice. And the Emperor. Very nice. Okay. It's, this card right here makes me think of the 7 of Wands as well. It's still you kind of being closed off a bit. And then the Strength card, which is one of your guides here, it's almost like they're on this card right here. They're saying, we're headed somewhere. We want to take you somewhere. You either come to me or I'm going to go to you, but it's happening. And it also, what this card is telling me, is happening this year, 2023, it's up to 7, which is the Chariot. So even the fact that we have 8 and 7, so it's like consecutive numbers as well. So we have 2 7s and 2 8s for now. And that's really interesting. That's really interesting. Guys, and then this one, the Emperor, it almost reflects back to this card. You see how this energy kind of looks the same? I don't know how to explain it. It's just the vibe that I'm getting from them. It's like, it's almost like these spirit guides want to give you their essence, want to help you to like acquire, it's almost like they want to transfer their essence to you so that you can like use it for whatever it is that you're trying to get to, the things that you're trying to overcome, especially this big lesson here around guilt. You know, with the sense of like, I get rid of this and with purpose, because I'm making space for me to embody this energy, to pursue the things that I want to pursue without guilt kind of holding me back, if you will. That's what they're trying to bring forth to you. They're trying to bring this energy of balance and also determination. It's almost like they want to fuel you with, but again, you're a little bit closed off to this. Maybe it has to do with, because the 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. So it's like you have a lot of walls up because you've been hurt before, and that's totally understandable. Maybe you're dealing with the guilt around you kind of thinking that, like, why have I allowed myself to be hurt this way when I know better? I know better, right? Or maybe you're realizing this at this point in your life where I should have known better. And that gets you nowhere, guys. It really doesn't. If anything, it's it's like keeping you back a bit. It's like you move a little bit forward, but then you're back in this energy of no, I can't do it. And the only reason why you say that no, you can't do it is because you, in the past, it hasn't worked out, but that doesn't mean it's not going to work out, whatever you want to pursue this time around. Overall, the spirit guides that are here just want to bring you, it's like they want to extend again their energy to you. But you also have to be a willing participant, obviously. They can work their magic in the background a bit, but eventually it does boil down to you and what you want to pursue and the things that you want to allow into your life. And that includes, like allowing your spirit guides to aid you in whatever it is that you're trying to do here. So this could be what you're going through at the moment, and they're just saying we know that you're going through this, but we're here, but we're trying to get to you, but you're almost like you're closing us off from helping, and we can help, but it's maybe obviously, if you find the spiritual work or tapping into your spirit guides uh, at a very like what is it at a very personal level, like it's not the same as me here reading for you and tapping into their energy as it is for you yourself to be like, okay, I'm in a meditative state, I allow my spirit guides to speak to me, and that could be scary. I totally understand that. I totally get it. What I can say is you definitely have mastered the art of putting up boundaries. You've mastered the art of putting up energetic and spiritual boundaries. So very good for you. Props. Not a lot of people. It's almost like it's interesting that you've mastered that, and maybe it stems from a place of like you really are don't want to be like scared by like spirits or anything like that. So you're like, I have boundaries when it comes to that. So that's really good. You're being commended for that. I think that's great. However, now it's like working against you. You are ready, is what I'm hearing. You're ready for the next step. You're ready. And you know what? As soon as you allow them in, it's like I feel like it's quick movement. There's a quick transformation here. But yeah. So, you can test it out a bit. I don't know your specific what is it? I don't know your specific situation, so I can't say do exactly this or anything like that. And again, spiritual work is very personal, like I was saying before. So, but you could say something along the lines of just how you put up your boundaries. You can say, only those who are here for my highest good and are willing to help me with this specific problem, you can come through and kind of give me signs, synchronicities, lead me to a reading, lead me to a movie that would kind of resonate with me, or come to me in a dream, come to me when I'm meditate. Like you know how to set your boundaries. You've done it. You've done it. Congratulations. You have truly done it. Now is the time to tweak them. Tweak them so that you can kind of allow these good energies to come in that want to help you. Because they're ready. As soon as you say the go ahead, you give them the space and time that they need. It's like they share their energy, their knowledge, their wisdom with you, and you can carry that on to your life and have a better life because of it. All right, so let's see. So these two are going to be like star ancestors or your star family, bringing a message forth here today, even though I'm not sure if that's who it's here, but that was my intention anyways. So let's see. I love it. The seven sisters brightening creation. birthing creation. Tapestry of life and expression. That's beautiful. Star Keeper. Wow. Cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Do you see what I mean as far as you have a very, very good grasp, and like you just know how to put up energetic and spiritual boundaries? This is you. Quite literally, you see how nothing can penetrate. It's almost like a force field, just like it is here. That is incredible. But again, it's like you let in those light codes that you truly need. They want you to keep doing that, but the message is also tweak it so that we can also give you a little bit more. You're ready for more. You're ready maybe to receive not just more messages, but there's a density to them. You're ready for more, period. I can't say anything else but that, because that's what it is. The birthing, creation, and tapestry of life is interesting, because it leads me to think that there's something here that you're meant to, when you receive these energies or these messages, it's like you're meant to pass it forward in some kind of way, maybe through some kind of expression, some kind of creative outlet. And it's the time is now, the time is this year. So it's like time is of the essence as well. It's maybe needed for this period in time, which is why you're probably encountering this message at this moment, because you really need to take heed of this, like really like focus on what you really want to do. And it's like there's a lot of things that want to be cleared off, a lot of things that maybe energetically have kept you behind, or energetically, spiritual, or maybe quite literally physically have kept you in a loop of guilt and like moving forward, but then pulling back for some reason. No, no, no. You're meant to get on the chariot, get on this vehicle that's trying to take you where you need to be. It's not the Six of Swords. You're meant to be in the chariot, and it's not the Nine of Wands, which it's understandable. You're firm in your beliefs, and you have your, it's like you have boundaries and all of that, yes, but it's not the Nine of Wands that you're meant to be embodying. You're meant to be an emperor. You're meant to truly just follow what you need to do. Aries, quite literally, Aries energy is, I see it, I'm going for it, I charge forward, there's nothing holding me back. That's it right there. And that's why I feel like that comes with this energy here. And then overall, I just feel this is giving me, okay, I understand why it's like separate. Because it's like all of this is trying to get you here. It's trying to get you to a new transformation. It's trying to get you to a more beautiful life, a more beautiful, just you admiring yourself as well. A lot of self-love and a lot of self-acceptance. And it makes sense because you're trying to conquer this this guilt, these beliefs that have kept you back, kept you behind when it comes to your soul growth and your spiritual growth. Everything that no longer is here to help you but is hindering, is keeping you down or way down, or like it's keeping you, like I'm seeing like shackles, like it's just holding you back, and you're ready to expand and grow. You're so much bigger than, your energy is intense, and you're very powerful. Because maybe, like I said, unknowingly or maybe knowingly, you set such strong boundaries energetically and spiritually, and that takes time to master, but you've mastered that. But it's time to be a little bit more open to life, if you will. It's time to pull those walls down, with obviously with who is here to help you and here for your highest good, not just everybody, but you know what I mean. All right, so let's see. Do I want to do these first? No, I want to do the animal spirit first, because I want to read it from the book and see what the message is. Oh, the turtle. Well, that's beautiful. It's a little tiny turtle. So pretty. Okay. Let's look at what the turtle has to say for you. For the life of me, I cannot remember. Oh, well, that makes sense. All right. Turtle. So it says, ancient soul, quite literally, you're a star keeper. Grounded, trusting, at home in self. When in balance, peaceful, adventurous, and productive. When out of balance, slow down to a halt. To bring into balance an adventure. Okay, so your spirit guides here want to take you on an adventure. So you see, when it's in balance, you're adventurous, you're peaceful, and you're productive. Quite literally, these cards here, like you're in movement, you're teachable, you're wanting information, you're wanting to go on adventures, you're wanting to celebrate, to express yourself. But when you're not, you're stuck. You're very stuck in the past, or you're very stuck in the what ifs of life, or like what hurt you, what didn't hurt you. You're taking stock of a lot of things when you're just meant to be enjoying what you're doing. This is what they want you to tap into, like just be your adventurous and expressive self again. So it says, it is wonderful to be in the presence of turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements. This helps to ground and connect them to a deeper truth of life, no matter where their travels lead them. Turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. Okay. There's a lot of self-transformation and life transformation coming in for you. And it comes in it's a beautiful outcome that you're headed towards here. There's nothing to be scared of, part one. I think certain walls that you've put up have helped you up to this point to kind of shield you from certain things. But now you're ready. Now you can conquer those walls. Now it's almost like you don't even need to conquer them. You just need to allow them to fall away, and they will. And you'll see that what's before you is a beautiful landscape. It's a beautiful life that you have. It's a beautiful life that you've built up to this point. You're in a beautiful moment. And there's so much potential in the forefront of everything for you here. It's almost like it's time to not just be alive, but to feel alive. Okay, let's see. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Wow. I mean, this is almost, I'm literally emotional. I could cry if I just heard, it's my party. I could cry if I want to. But I could literally, wow. That's literally what I was just saying to you. This is the message from your guides. It's not me. It's your spirit guides. It's time to reveal your radiant light to the world. It makes sense, Pawan, because while you put up those energetic fields, force fields, and spiritual force fields, you're not just shielding yourself from the outside world, but you're shielding the world from you, from the light that you carry within you. You're a beautiful being, a beautiful soul. You have so much. There's so much for you to like kind of just bring into the world. Like it literally says birthing creation, just like expression. Radiant light is what I'm seeing coming from deep within you, like from your heart center. There's just so much. And it's like you've kept it protected for so long, and it's understandable, but now it's time to let it shine. Let yourself be seen. Whatever it is that you want to pursue when it comes to you expressing yourself and telling your story or being creative, please do it. It's time. Adventure. Look at that. Free spirit. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. And the love is definitely about the self. I'm emotional again. Wow. There's a lot for you to love about yourself without conditions. You might be someone who loves others unconditionally, and you're very understanding of other people. Excuse me. You're very understanding of other people, and if they make mistakes, you're understanding of it. But you seem to be very self-critical, which is, I understand why. What you're getting through at in the moment is this. Your spirit guides are here to help you with this. With you feeling like guilt keeps you back, it keeps you from being who you truly are, which is again beautiful, radiant, just amazing energy that you carry within. You're meant to share it with others. Other people will be it will be received very well who you are, okay? And also who you're becoming and who you've been. There's nothing wrong with you. Everyone goes through things, everyone makes mistakes. Unconditional love, no judgment anymore. Step away from that. Guilt, judgment, self-doubt, all of that. Wow. This was truly a beautiful reading. I just realized again that there's a heart here. You picked the heart healing with the rose quartz, and there's a little heart pendant, and there's a heart here, and I didn't even notice that you literally picked the heart. Oh my God. Very synchronistic, very beautiful reading. Very emotional message. I believe in yourself, Pawan. Believe in yourself, because your spirit guides definitely believe in you. And they're always around you. You are not alone, okay? Quite literally. You might, that's probably why you have such a good sense of like how to shield yourself energetically and spiritually, because you feel spirits, and you feel not just spirits, but your spirit guides as well. And that's why you probably are a master about like blocking things off. But yeah, it's time. It's time to put those walls down and let yourself be seen. Or start by just letting yourself be seen by you, letting your potential be seen by you, all the love that you give, all the light that you carry within. I think your spirit guides want to show you yourself first, and then you can share it with the world as well. So thank you so much, Pawan, for letting me read for you. And I want to thank your spirit guides for being in this reading and for trusting me to deliver this message to you. I'm so glad that it found you. And I'm sure it's going to find you at the right moment when you most need it, I hope. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll probably see you in other readings in the future. Have a good one. All right. Hello, Pal 2. So if you picked Desert Rose, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what your spirit guides need to tell you at this time, okay? I'm first going to start by seeing who your spirit guides are. That's the first thing. And then after we kind of see if I can actually pinpoint who they are, we're going to see what their message to you is. Okay, so let's start. Let's see who your spirit guides are. Nine of Wands. I love this card. Okay, this card. Okay, right away I'm getting the message. 100% one of your spirit guides, because this card in this deck, and I'm sure if you've seen all the readings of mine, especially with the LIGHTSEERS tarot, I always see this card as one of my spirit guides, or just not, it doesn't have to be mine, but like a spirit guide. So it's, and this energy is a very intense, very demanding, a very strong-willed spirit guide. They're really, they're a little bit about tough love, if you will, okay? Love nonetheless, but a little tough, a little bit like it's time to get to work, follow me, let's go, kind of spirit guide. Very much about uh, being here with a specific purpose. They wouldn't be here unless you really needed this message at this time. This is, they're not playing around, okay? That's that spirit guide. That is very nice. Very nice. Oof. Okay. So they're going to bring a lot of information for you. It probably comes in the form of you receive it in like a lot of social media, a lot of synchronicities, a lot of things that resonate with you, that you kind of consume, or that kind of spark your interest. This is that spirit guide trying to bring you messages. They're trying to get you out of a little bit of stagnation as well, maybe. And there's just a message. Also, crows or ravens could be significant. Blackbirds in general. With the Ace of Swords, they're trying to bring a truth to you, some kind of enlightenment. But again, it always comes tied to like whatever sparks your curiosity, or there's a lot of, there's knowledge behind all of this. It's like whatever keeps you wanting to learn more, that's that, this is that spirit guide with a message. Or I'm trying to give you like clues as of to kind of gauge who this is for you, because maybe for some of you, I'm hearing it could be like a deity that you work with. And for others of you, it's quite literally just one of the first spirit guides that you've ever kind of communicated with, or you've ever truly felt their presence. Also, it's almost, this could also be like a past, like an ancestor of yours as well, I'm hearing for some of you. Remember, it's a collective reading, so you kind of have to gauge to see what applies to you here. This is why I'm giving so many explanations, I guess, or examples. But yeah, for some of you, it could definitely be an ancestor, like a very, like this is an ancient soul, okay? Let's see. Ooh, wow, okay. Sky Bridge, possibility for union. This being 47, that's up to 11. And this feels like 2 wands, right? 1, 1, 11. Interesting. Interesting. The bridge thing makes me think there's a bridge, there's a connection between something that they're trying to explain, or like there's something, there's a message that they want to bring to you, but they feel like that you need to bridge the gap. There's maybe a little bit of information that you're missing to kind of completely grasp at a personal level, not here in this reading, because again, it's a collective reading, but at a personal level, when you work with the spirit guides, especially this one, the one that feels like probably is very present all the time, you feel like you truly can like pinpoint the specific time, moment in your life where you truly believe, okay, that is definitely one of my spirit guides. That kind of, that pinpoint information kind of thing, that spirit guide is trying to bridge the gap between you and this information that they want to bring forth. But it's almost like you're missing some knowledge. You're missing a little bit more research. You're meant to be looking or receive with a very open mind, if you will. And there's something about this, but it's like, I can't even, I don't know what this is, because it's like you're missing something. That's interesting. That is very interesting. But it also looks to me, like I said in the beginning, like they're saying, like, follow me, let's go. It's almost like they want to lead you here. They want to lead you here for you to actually also be able to like I said, like cross this bridge. It's like an initiation of some kind. That's really interesting. How to? That's very interesting. There's like that's interesting. The 11 and the possibility for union. You know where that leads me. That leads me to maybe some kind of soul connection or divine counterpart connection that you have. There is a possibility for union for both of you here. It's almost like you're at the precipice of it. You could be feeling it as well. If that applies to you, if this has to do with some kind of connection at a soul level, like soulmates, or a high level soulmate, a twin flame, a twin soul, again, a divine counterpart, something like that. It's almost like both of you are about to meet each other and then it's like when you meet, the bridge forms. It's like the way out of whatever you've been in, the confusion maybe. There's a way out of that. There's just a lot of light and a lot of enlightenment. You see how this is like a portal, like, and this is also like enlightenment, like receiving light codes, and then they are even holding a staff, like with enlightenment at the end of it. That's quite powerful. Wow. That makes sense too. Spirit guardian of summer. So summertime could be very significant for you. And this is a peach tree or an apple tree. I'm not sure. I think it's apples. Again, birds are significant. Birds are messengers. Okay, so there's a message coming your way. An expansion. Expansion. Makes sense because I was seeing like just a lot of light. So that makes sense. There's expansion coming in. I feel like I want to, hold on a second. I feel like I want to read about this card. Give me a second here. So the Spirit Guardian of Summer says, work with passion, don't hold back. Take positive steps into the direction of your dreams now in order to reap the harvest later. Your hard work will result in abundance, bounty, and beauty. Celebrate. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay. So maybe that's what this is about too. Possibility for union, the sky bridge. You're mending, you're crossing the threshold between the hard work that you've put in. Maybe actually you studying something and now receiving the fruits of your labor because of it. The hard work that you've done has led you here. And it's not just you, it could be attached to someone else as well for some reason. I just keep seeing the whole divine counterpart thing. I just keep seeing that. But let's keep going here and see if we get other messages. Okay, so this is going to be the soul lesson that this spirit guide here or spirit guides want to bring forth and want to talk about in this reading with you. Okay. Oh wow. Loneliness. I know I am never alone. Okay. It would make sense that then we're kind of talking about union with someone, or yeah, someone in the physical, because while I do see that you are highly spiritual, you connect to your spirit guides, You don't shy away from receiving downloads from them, information. See that you quite literally could see them in your mind's eye, if you will. You also, in the physical sense, you might feel lonely, like you're alone. And believe it or not, I'm sure it's hard to believe when you're not living it, right? When you're not, you don't have companionship, but you are not alone. If anything, there's a lot of souls all around the world, because quite literally they're around the world, who share your interests, share a resonance. Like there's something that resonates with you and this other people as well. But it's one specific person too. I just keep looking at this card. It just pulls me in. All right. So let's see what the message is here, okay? With these 4 tarot cards. High Priestess. Yeah, that's definitely you. That is you, for sure. 6 of Pentacles. The World. Oh, gotta cover her up. And the Tower. Okay. This almost looks like one of these to me now. That's interesting. You're highly intuitive. You've been, the fact that there's 2 pillars here, again, the 2 things there. I don't know what that's about, guys. I hope I get it eventually, because I feel like that card is so significant. It's in a way where, like, just visually it just pulls me back into it. But okay, so you're highly intuitive. It's almost like your spidey senses have been tingling regarding whatever this is about here. Also, part of your spiritual growth has been learning that there has to be equal give and take, especially when it comes to, like, again, this is Pentacle, so it's very in the physical sense. Like, there has to be an equal give and take when it comes to your, quite literally, the relationships that you carry out in your day-to-day life. You've learned that lesson as well. But maybe because you've stepped away from everything or everyone that doesn't bring this equal give and take to you, now you feel lonely. You might be quite literally alone because of it. Because you closed a lot of cycles with the World here. Makes sense. You probably closed a lot of cycles that it's like it's almost like you ended the Fool's journey, if you will, in the Major Arcana, right? The story of the Fool embarking on a journey to know yourself, for spiritual growth purposes. It's almost like you've reached this end and you feel like there's something coming, but you're not sure what it is. I can tell you here that the Tower, it's almost telling me like it's not this, is what they want to say to you. You kind of being tapped in and you're feeling like there's something coming. Yes, birds are messengers for me. You could have said that. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, I see birds all the time. And sometimes it's a little bit ominous, as you're like, what's going on? What's the omen about? You feel like it's this. I don't think it's a Tower moment. I don't think it's anything bad. If anything, the only thing that the Tower is telling me that it's a fast movement. It's a fast change. It's fast change, but it's not bad change. And I'm even hearing, like, even if it is a Tower moment, Paul, too, you know how to handle it. You've been through this before. And you know that what stems from this is expansion, but it's not this. It's not bad anymore. It's not. You might be waiting for the other shoe to drop. Again, I don't know if I said that before, but the shoe is not dropping. If anything, you might be getting brand new shoes. Does that make sense? Like, you could be thinking this is what's happening, but in reality, this is what's happening. Does that make sense? it's even like, even just in what's depicted, right? This could be what you're expecting, because this is kind of actually maybe what you've been experiencing for the last couple of years, okay? Where it's just tower moment after tower moment for you to learn, for you to quite literally work on your spiritual growth. You've probably gone through the journey of the Fool many times, many times. You've kind of pursued this spiritual growth, and you've encountered that you've managed to actually acquire everything that you need to, especially with the Ace of Swords being here. But then you're left with thinking, what else? What else can go bad? What else that's going to hurt me is going to teach me? But this time around, feels like it's this. It's a beautiful opportunity. It's a beautiful opportunity. It even looks, it could be like fire and lightning and everything like that, but in a good way, in a good way. I almost want to put it here, like it's in a good way, Pao too. It's a tower, but it's a good tower, if that's ever a thing like that. There is a thing like that. I'm seeing it here, so there has to be. That's incredible. This card did say your hard work is paying off. Again, you're going on the Fool's journey. The world is here. The completion of that is here. You possess so much knowledge and understanding of yourself and your life and who you are, what you want. Also, like spiritual knowledge. You have a lot of that as well in your arsenal. But maybe you've been like in isolation for a while, in hermit mode, which is why you feel alone a bit, but you're not alone. And specifically, like moving forward, it's almost like you're not going to be alone. I think you're going to have a great summertime. Right now we're in spring because I'm filming this in March, but give me a second, let me drink some water. But it seems like you're going to have a great summer. A summer of expansion. How beautiful is that? Okay, and all right, let's see what your star ancestors have to say here, star family, or whoever wants to come through as far as just the ethers and um, everything that's around us, planetary and stars and all of that. All right. Oh, wow, that makes sense. Pao too, that makes a lot of sense. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Did I not say there's a lot of learning to be? It's almost like you've done a lot of learning. You're very inquisitive, very much. You pursue what is it? A lot of different topics. You pursue intelligence. You pursue knowledge, and you want to observe and know as much as you can. It's beautiful. That's why you're here. This person jumping in here makes me think of the Fool, like literally jumping into life. Maybe you've also like reincarnated a lot of times on Earth because you like learning here. It's a very hands-on kind of journey, and you probably like that. That's what it seems actually. That's what I'm getting here. That's really interesting messages coming through. But definitely you definitely pursue a lot of knowledge. Anything that stimulates your mind, you're very much there. You're like, yep, I really like that. I'm gonna study it. I'm gonna learn about it. It's like you're a student of life. It's beautiful. Wow, messenger. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Balance is key to you as well. Equal give and take. That's interesting. That's interesting because the messenger thing makes me think of, you probably receive a lot of downloads from spirit, from your spirit guides. Like I was saying there, a lot of light codes, a lot of downloads, and you're probably meant to share with the world as well, because the world is here too, and it's here as well. So you could be, the reason why you're here this time around, Pao too, it's because you're meant to share the messages that you've learned, the lessons you've learned, the things the knowledge you've acquired, you're meant to be sharing it with others, sharing it with the world. A little bit prophetic as well here, I'm picking up. That could be for some of you. Some of you could be channelers, like you get messages and you just write it, like channeled messages, quite literally. Or some of you literally receive the message and you channel them in some kind of creative outlet, like could be music, I'm seeing artwork, but there's a lot of like spoken word or poetry or just writing in general. You could do a lot of that, or you're naturally inclined to do that as well. Also, like you, because of, I don't know, you come across as someone very intelligent, very tapped in. Um, it's almost like you could teach spiritual knowledge as well. That's interesting. It's the expansion here is not just for you. It also feels like you expand people's minds or point of view. You also have a very open mind. So the spectrum of things that you're willing to learn about is infinite. It's like, and that's where like the expansive energy that you embody comes from as well. That's beautiful. It's like you're a student of life. You're literally in earth school. That's insane. All right. Let's see what the spirit animal has to say to you here today. Oh, fish. The crescent moon makes me think of divine counterparts, lovers, which that was speaking about here. And the fact that the fish, usually it's like, you know how Pisces is two fish together? It's making me think of that. It's like, this is you and you're waiting for your other half. That's really beautiful. I'm also seeing yin and yang for some reason. That's okay. That is, you're very visual as well. I feel like you probably receive a lot of the messages. It's not your mind. You could picture things. You could describe like a scenery so well, because you literally see it in your mind's eye, and you can like write everything, every sensory thing that you can experience from there. You can write it down. So some of you could be writers, or you're trying to be a writer. Not trying, you are a writer, but you're like sitting down to actually write something. I don't know, maybe it's fantasy, maybe it's not, maybe it's kind of like whatever you receive from your spirit guides, or I don't know, it's just beautiful. All right, let's see what the fish has to say. So the fish says, relentless change of focus, lost in the current. When in balance, adaptable and travels well. When out of balance, distracted, changes mind often. To bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplish it. Okay, that makes sense, Pao, because you receive so much. It could be a little bit hard for you to kind of pinpoint what you're meant to be doing. You probably have a lot of interests. You have a lot of hobbies, or you just like a lot of things. Because again, you pursue knowledge. It's almost like you learn how to do this, and you're like, okay, on to the next. Like, I know how to do that already. But it's almost like they're saying, set a small goal and accomplish it. Because you know that what that also does, it kind of reassures you that you stick to things that you want to do, and like that you love yourself because you set a goal and you accomplish it. And it could be really small. It could be something since you guys, I was bringing up like writing or something like that, you could just say, I'm going to write at least one page of like, if you're writing a book, of my book every day. Or you could say like, I'm going to journal every day for at least a week and see how that makes me feel. And when you accomplish that, it shows you that you stick to your word when it comes to yourself. You value the goals that you set for yourself. You value yourself. You love yourself. It's very small, but it's going to have a big significance for you. All right. The fish loves to be oh, I'm so sorry. The fish loves to be summoned. I don't know how to say this word. That's interesting. The fish loves to be submerged, I guess, in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intention. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. Okay. The fact that we have a little crescent moon here and a moon here, it's almost like, you know how you tap back into yourself and you realign in the sense of like you set your priorities again, set your goals. The way that you do it this time around, part 2, your spirit guides are saying very much tap into your spirituality. We are here to guide you. This spirit guide here, there's a big presence. It's almost like a motherly or fatherly. It doesn't have to have like, it's just apparently kind of like, I want to take you on a journey. I want to show you something. It's almost like if you don't know exactly where to head because you have so many interests, tap into your spiritual guides here, and they're going to guide you towards what you're meant to be doing, because um, there's a big reward here for you. It's waiting for you. Again, very much feels like you're at the precipice of a big change in your life. This thing that you're meant to bring forth in the world could be also again tied to you and someone else. And if that is if that rings true to you, there seems to be something that you need to first dedicate and do for yourself before you get to the point where both of you are in union to be able to then carry on the bigger goal, if you will, like a bigger purpose. You're not meant to do it alone, okay? You're meant to do alone something that you're almost accomplishing here. There's like a last little tweak that you need to do in regards to your own self journey to complete it. And then after that comes even more expansion, because you'll be doing it with a partner. And it could be in a romantic sense, but it doesn't have to be. It does feel for a lot of you like it is a romantic partner that you're meant to be, that you have like a soul mission with in this lifetime. Or maybe in many lifetimes you kind of have done this. But all right, let's look at your final 2 messages here. Freedom. Follow your heart and nature and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. That even rhymes. Some of you could write poetry. I know old poetry doesn't have to rhyme, but that just leads me back to poetry. It's interesting. It feels like all the messages today are going to be about freedom, about a purpose, but at the same time, a lot of growth of self to get to the point where you can love yourself enough to like express the thing that you've actually learned, because you can teach it to other people or something like that. Part 1 was kind of the same, and part 1 got a free spirit, and now you have freedom. So that's interesting to me. Look at that. Inner alchemy. Yes. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. It seems that your answer to everything here, mainly at the core of it all, is a lot of acceptance and self-love, which again makes me think of part 1. Maybe you guys were between part 1 or part 2, or maybe that's just the collective thing, because usually in the pick a pile readings, like every pile has a very specific message, but the whole collective always has a message as well. So seems to be like the theme today is believing in yourself, trusting yourself, loving yourself, showing yourself that you love yourself by setting small goals and accomplishing them. It's not to impress anybody, but to actually impress yourself. Show yourself that you're capable of doing these things. it's not that you're not, you know that you are, but you also have to show it with action. Again, equal give and take, very 3D. It has to happen in the physical, okay? Some of you could also live your life very much in the ethereal, giving me a lot of Pisces vibes here, where it's like you, you live kind of like in a daydream, but it stems from you being a creative soul, which, like I was saying, you have a vivid imagination, a vast uh, imagination, and a vast interest in a lot of things. So naturally, you could be a little bit dreamy, you know, in a dreamy state. But at the end of it all, about to a lot of self-love, a lot of dedication to the things that you want to accomplish that are literally tangible, okay? They're not out of your grasp. You're very capable. And it seems like you put in the work in spring, and then in summer, there's that expansion. There's all the fruit for you to pick from the tree. There's the seeds that you plant today are going to be fruitful eventually, okay? It's kind of what I'm getting there. So, very beautiful message. Thank you so much, Pautu, for letting me read for you. I want to thank your spirit guides for also trusting me to read for you and to deliver this message. Um, and I really hope that this resonated with you guys, and it's hopefully it helps you, okay? And in whichever way you needed it to. And I hope that your spirit guides actually came through, and it was like synchronistic, and just gave you a lot of confirmation here. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you in other readings. Have a good one. Alrighty, now that we clear the air a bit. Hello, Pile 3. So if you picked the Sunstone or the Viking Stone, this is going to be your reading. Did I say Pile 2 or Pile 3? I'm so sorry. Pile 3, okay? Pile 3. I'm pretty sure I said Pile 3. Okay. So we are going to be first looking at who is the spirit guide that wants to bring a message for you today. Spirit guide or spirit guides. It could be more than one. Kind of establish who we're dealing with here, especially since it should be a little bit synchronistic to you, or maybe it's a surprise. Maybe you've never tapped into your spirit guides and this is the first one that comes through, but or the one that, you know, it's a new one for you or something like that. Me saying that feels like it's significant, so let's just see what we have here. But yeah, let's see what spirit guide has a message for you here. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so it could definitely be an ancestor of yours. Maybe someone that you actually truly know, like a past loved one that you knew in this lifetime, or that you know of because you've heard stories about them or something like that. Definitely feels like an ancestor for you right away, because that's just family, and that's just without a doubt. But let's keep going here. Eight of Swords. Okay. An ancestor for sure. But what is that about? Okay. Maybe, okay. the Eight of Swords is telling me that you could be a little bit confused about who this is for you. Confused or a little bit like a little scared to look at who it is as well, or to tap into who it is. I'm also hearing it could be one of your ancestors that in your family, they have been kind of like deemed like as the black sheep or something. Especially since I was saying like you maybe heard stories about them. They're kind of being like isolated from your family or something like that. That's interesting. That's an interesting message. I'm sure that's going to resonate with some of you. Oh wow. So yeah, refusal of the call, dream thief. This is always in this deck a spirit guide for me. Someone with a lot of intensity. Their eyes could be very intense. Maybe you've seen this ancestor, or you've seen this spirit guide, I should say, in your dreams. Now I'm getting a totally different message, guys. I'm getting that this is a spirit guide that all of your ancestors share, like the ones that like to tap into spirituality. All of you, and it's not your entire family, because I feel like most of your family doesn't tap into spirituality. Maybe they follow like a specific religion, but those of you that do, those of you that don't refuse the call, makes sense. Don't refuse to look at this kind of. I'm not seeing the Eight of Swords in a way of like I usually see of like, you know, anxiety or seeing things that are not there. I'm seeing it more of like someone like this literally says refusing the call. Those of you in your family line, and from your father or your mother's side, whoever it is, who do not refuse to actually pursue spirituality, this is the spirit guide that's here. It's one that is attached to your family. Not attached, but it literally is. It's almost like, that's why I was saying ancestor, because it almost feels like it's part of your family, period. It's there whenever whoever decides to come in. It's like, I'm hearing, come to the dark side, come to the other side. It's not that, it's nothing dark, but it's like, it's that in the sense of like, whenever anyone of your families, anyone in your family decides, okay, I actually want to pursue spirituality, I want to tap into my spirit guides. It's almost like this is the first one that shows up with a lot of intensity behind their eyes, and also a lot of knowledge. It's almost like I'm seeing a crystal ball, right? There's just a lot of knowledge there that it's almost like they're grasping, but they're holding on to pass it on to you. It's like, oh, you're ready. It's almost like they fly towards you. Like, let's say you meditate, or you're in your dream state, you decide, okay, my spirit guides can come through in my dreams because that won't be as scary. There's this spirit guide who just flies towards you with all of this knowledge here. This is really interesting. The messages have been very interesting. The spirit guide that have kind of, the way that they are being, trying to get me to understand who they are is very interesting too. Actually, you know, it could be an ancestor, but a very, very, one from a very long time ago. Maybe specifically one of the first ancestors to ever kind of deviate from the organized religion kind of thing. Or actually, they were never a part of any organized religion. They were always spiritual, and they had like they were tapped into like spirit animals, Mother Earth, kind of like that, very earthly, very, very powerful energy. Wow, that's one of my favorite cards in this deck, actually, in the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So definitely they could have come to you in a dream. Maybe there's even like a folk tale in your family about having weird dreams, or your dreams coming true, or like seeing, like I'm hearing someone saying like they saw like a monster or having a nightmare, and it's almost like all of you have it. Not, it's not just you, and it's not just say like your grandma. It's your mother had it, your cousin has that dream as well. You all share something, but not a lot of you actually get to the bottom of it. Not a lot of you pursue understanding it. And that's what the Eight of Swords is telling me about. What a beautiful, unique message you have here, Pile 3. I really hope this resonates with you guys. I'm sure that if you clicked in this pile, it will resonate with you. Um, at the end of the day, this spirit guys just, they carry a lot of knowledge. It's also like in a physical sense, there's a lot of wealth that's attached to all the knowledge that they want to bring forth, or that they actually have to bring forth for your family. But maybe your family has refused it for a really long time. But here you are with an open mind, Pile 3. And your spirit guide is saying, hallelujah, thank you. Thank you so much for seeing me eye to eye and not fearing me, for seeing me for the beautiful energy that I am. It's because it is a beautiful energy. This title is, it throws me off, but look at this. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy, very powerful, very intense, but beautiful. All right. Wow, unicorn. Purity. You see how it's, okay, so this is a more boiled down, not that unicorns are nothing special, but you go from this to a more gentle approach, right? I just feel like they come off really strong, and that could be why everybody's a little scary, or it pulls, it's almost like you don't want to really look at it. You're like, I'm not sure about that. But in this, like, you see how this is also beautiful. There's just a lot of magic around. Again, they're in nature. There's still like something unbelievable. It's a unicorn. It's supposedly magical. It doesn't exist. It's never existed, but it does, right? It, but yeah, like it's this as well. Purity, unicorn. It's a pure, natural, and beautiful energy. There's nothing to fear here. This, your spirit guide with showing up, they almost want to tell you a message in itself. It's like there's nothing to fear. Don't refuse the call that you've been getting to tap into your spirituality and pursue, like, looking up things, or pursue what is it, the witchy things that you want to pursue. Like, I'm calling it witchy because I don't have like another word for it right now, but like any esoteric knowledge that you want to like look up or try out, or as long as you're, it's meant to be experienced here, is what they're saying. There also can be a guide in the sense of they can guide you specifically in dreams towards the things that you shouldn't be doing, or the thing that you should be trying, or something like that. They want to help you. They want to be quite literally a guide, quite literally. um, that's really beautiful. All right, so let's see what soul lesson they want to talk about here with the message that they have today. Besides all of this, there's a message and a soul lesson here. Very interesting. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. This might have to do with the whole family situation that I'm bringing up here, that I'm picking up on, because they don't want you to, not necessarily like, not that you think that you're better than other people or better than other people in your family or anything like that, but there's like no judgment as far as who has refused to kind of approach, or who has refused the call in the past. Just because now you're up for the task doesn't mean that you probably in the past didn't want to have to do anything with this, right? So it's like you should be respectful and mindful and loving and compassionate and understanding of other people, especially in your family, and where they're at and whether they want to tap into this or not. And again, just like it was your choice, it should be their choice as well. And they're only going to do it when they're ready, okay? That's the whole pride thing. I see myself in everyone. If you love yourself, you understand that, you know, you are part of everyone and everyone's part of you as well. Especially when we're speaking about family. There's a need to just understand, let people be who they want to be, who they are, okay? Very interesting. All right. 3 of Cups, okay. 4 of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Justice. I love it. I love it. I'm seeing the message again. It's the same thing that I was picking up on here. So, first of all, the reason why they don't want to let pride get to your head is because you are definitely being celebrated in the spirit realm for actually deciding to kind of tap into this, or to pursue the spiritual career or spiritual journey that you're embarking on. There's a lot of celebration to be had because of it. And it's because you're moving away, you're starting anew, and you're moving away from this. This is what your family feels like to me. Very stuck in their ways, very stuck in lack mentality, or stuck in, this is all we have and this is all we've ever known, and we can never get to the 10 of Pentacles, kind of like that. This is what it feels like. But it's understandable that, like, at the same time, they're saying not to judge this, okay? Because you've also been here. So, but you're moving away from it with a newfound passion for something. And it feels like it's a spiritual thing, okay? You see how it even looks like, quite literally, you are moving away from this energy. And you know what? It's your karmic justice. You're meant to be doing this. You're meant to be doing this. It's going to bring a lot of balance and stability, a new foundation for growth when it comes to your family as well. You're going to be, believe it or not, you're going to not just be helping who are the family members who are alive now, but you're also helping past generations. It's like you're bringing karmic justice, not to just the ones that are alive today, but to the ones that have passed away as well. Past generations. I'm just hearing you're like a trailblazer. You really are going for the things that you want to do. And you should. And you should. The thing is, you're going to be misunderstood a lot. There's a lot of misunderstanding here, it seems, as well. And it stems, the misunderstanding is not just so much judgment as it is like, what is it? A little bit of fear, or the misunderstanding also comes from quite literally not understanding, not even wanting to be a little bit open-minded about what you're doing here. But the spirit guide is also saying, don't pay that any mind. Again, let people have their beliefs. If this is all they want to keep, and they keep it very close to their heart, it seems like it's what they breathe, what they eat, what they believe, period. It's okay. It's okay. As long as you want to grow out of here, that's the only person you should be worried about, yourself, the things that you want to pursue. Not worry about in the sense of like you don't care about anybody else in your family or anything like that, but when it comes to the spiritual growth or the spiritual journey that you're about to embark on here, or that you have actually started, that's the only one that you're the only person that you can kind of worry about as far as a spirit, in a spiritual sense. Okay, everybody would eventually get their chance to either accept this path or not, to go on a spiritual journey or not. You have, and that's the only person you should be worried about. It's not about bringing people with you. It's almost like you set an example. Just you living your life and pursuing the things that you want to pursue spiritually, it will impact other people as well. They will see it. it's almost like you become this, like wherever you go, you're a unicorn, you're very unique. It's almost like fairy like. And the unicorn doesn't have to tell everybody that they're a unicorn. It's seen, it's there, you know. They don't have to tell anybody that they're different. It's there. The magic is literally surrounding you as well. This is really interesting that now I'm picking this up as you. Just like the spirit guide again, like they don't have to convince you that they are intense and magical and beautiful. They truly just are, right? And they just show up authentically, and you can either take it or leave it. That's kind of the same thing. They want you to approach the growth that you're about to embark on here, or the spiritual things that you're pursuing, in the same way. Like, if I am just who I am, I'm going to be perceived for who I am, period. And if someone doesn't like it, it's okay. And if someone, other people like it, it's okay too. And if I inspire other people in my family, that's okay. And if I don't, that's okay as well. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Regardless, whatever you are doing will bring a lot of karmic justice to generations to come and generations that have passed as well. It's quite beautiful. Your spirit guide is seeing you here like as a child. It's almost like you're very new at this, but that doesn't mean that you won't accomplish anything. You will accomplish great things, file 3. All right, let's see what your star ancestors have to say here. Quite literally, didn't baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. I feel like that's literally what you're doing. Like I just said, they see you as a child, and look at the next card, baby steps. Yeah, you're taking baby steps, and it's okay. It's understandable. It's also, you don't have it like a mentor from because your family has refused this for so long. They don't even have anybody to pass down stories or give you examples or guide you as to what you should be doing, right? Or how to start this. You're just learning on your own, and it's okay. It's okay. That's probably why the spirit guide is very intense. It's here with a lot of knowledge that wants to just be passed down to you, because you need it. You quite literally need it. You don't have anybody in the physical to show you. So for now, you tap into yourself and your intuition, and that's how you kind of tap into the spirit guide, okay? They come through to you through your intuition. So that's why you should trust yourself. It's beautiful, quite frankly, because it's like the best way to learn, kind of. Yes, the messages are coming from them, or the guidance, but at the same time, you have to trust yourself when you receive the messages, that you actually, it's a beautiful exercise, if you will. You trust yourself and you trust your intuition, and at the same time, you're not just trusting yourself, you're also trusting your spirit guides, which is amazing. Okay. Earth pulsing. Pulse of Mother Earth. Slow down. Time and nature. You guys are definitely connected to Mother Earth. Just by having the Ten of Pentacles as well. Like, Pentacles is about the 3D, you know, physicality of things. Health, wealth, but just the physical realm as well. And obviously, I do think that you find yourself a lot in nature. Like, you find it's an easier way for you to follow your intuition when you're out in nature, it's almost like being in your element, I want to say. Maybe you guys have a lot of earth placements in your chart, and that's why you feel very, very earthbound, very connected to Mother Earth as well, because quite literally your element. But we are all tied down to Mother Earth because we are from her. Like, quite literally, everything that's around us comes from here. So very beautiful message, about 3. You're also I feel someone that in this moment in time, Mother Earth needs a lot of people that are stand in her corner, if you will. They bring justice. to her, help her with justice, if you will, in the sense of like what is just for Mother Earth, in the sense of caring for plants, animals, everything that's living, human beings as well. You're helping with that as well. It's like the journey that you're embarking on keeps you very tied into Mother Earth and her feelings, or even like just she's a living being, so she's also learning at the same time that we're learning. She's on her own spiritual journey, if you will, but there's some connection there between you two, and that's beautiful. Maybe that connection has been severed for many generations, but you're going back to that. All right, let's see what the spirit animal has to say here. Oh, wow. Cobra, fire energy. I actually quite like this, because you see how much energy is behind this. There's so much intensity here. I like it. It makes me think of this spirit guide of yours. They literally look alike as well. Like there's intensity in both of them, right? Even the colors and everything. All right. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. Inner teacher is what that feels like. That is, well, the inner teacher is also your intuition. When in balance, a student of life, humble and wise. When out of balance, know-it-all and egocentric. To bring into balance, taking a class and study. The cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches over, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. Wow, how synchronistic. I'm going to read that again. It says, the essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the I can't read that. Inner teacher, and manifests externally in those special guides who led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Oh my goodness. About 3. So you are ready to learn about spirituality and everything that I keep saying that your family has suppressed, but it does feel that way. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to constantly call out your family for stuff, but there's nothing wrong with their path. Sometimes it's okay. There's a reason why generations and generations have kind of put this off. They put it off for a while. It's because it's meant to be rediscovered by other people. It's okay. And that other people is you. You are ready for this, Paul 3. But again, remember the Cobra said, no pride, okay? There's no need to be prideful. It's probably because you guys carry so much magic within, and you're quite literally naturally intuitive, naturally knowing. You might have like clear cognizance, where it's like you just naturally know things, and that could make you a little bit cocky or prideful. That makes sense. It's just because you carry this wisdom within. It's almost like I'm seeing like DNA activation. It's like, I don't know. It's just passed down to you. You can't help it. It's part of who you are. It's your nature. And like I said, these two just have the same vibe. They have the same vibe about them. Yeah, your spirit guides are definitely here, ready to help you. Ready when you are, is what I'm hearing. All right, let's see what the last 2 messages for you are here. This is beautiful. This is something, maybe probably a lesson you're learning as well. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. That's what I was saying. There's just magic and beauty all around you, but look at where it comes from a place of gratitude, okay? Gratitude and self-love and universal love. I kind of like falling in love with everything around you, the good, the bad, the ugly. There's nothing wrong. Everything has worked out up to now, kind of like that. It's very beautiful. Look at that. Advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. Yes. Strong energy. Strong energy. Yeah. It's almost like whenever you start this journey, or if you already started, you're going to be picking up things really fast. There's advancement like constantly, back to back, back to back. Um, and to think that it all stems from you following your intuition little by little, trusting the things that you are receiving. But then again, it's almost like they just propel you forward. There's a lot of intensity in your reading as well. A lot of like purple pinkish colors as well. Makes me think of the crown. You probably do receive a lot of messages. You're probably, yes, a lot of, I think you tap into a lot of the clear gifts, like, but definitely clear cognizance of just you just know things. Like it's almost like you recognize this feeling of just at the pit of your stomach, right? You just know things, and you don't know how you know them, but you know them. Okay, this especially worked for you in times where it was had to do with your safety, or it's been around kind of very deep lessons in your life or something like that. But now this feeling, this intuitive hits, they're coming in everywhere. They're everywhere for you, which is also probably why you cannot ignore it. You cannot ignore the call, because the call is coming from inside the house, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, it's coming from within. The inner teacher is begging you to open the doors to it. It's almost like you are ready. You're ready. You've been a student of life, and now it's almost flipping back on itself, and now you're a student of the divine, if you will, along with being a student of life, because life doesn't stop for you, but it's gonna go hand in hand. It's like a merging of energies as well. It's quite beautiful. A new foundation for you as well. Okay, thank you so much, Pal 3, for letting me read for you. I hope that this resonated. I hope it was synchronistic to you, that you recognize a little bit of what's going on here. And yeah, so I want to thank your spirit guides as well for trusting me to deliver this message to you. I really hope this finds you when you most need it, and I'll see you in the next readings.